All righty. So anyway, so I put together these few slides that I was going to present here to the media group because they're specifically targeting the media or marketing. So anyway, getting started here. So so some of the challenges, it all starts and ends with the customer. So the challenges of, what are the goals for our festival fair, and how do we define success? Is it by the attendance, increase of financial or revenues, community engagement, lots of families? What is it that we are measuring, or what do we are looking for to consider success? So a simple framework to meet, the goals is to learn who the audience is. Understand, the needs and preferences, giving them what they want, design an offer that is they can't resist. Like the old adage was, make an offer and make it stick. Meeting them where they are, engaging with smart and targeted marketing. Learning about the attendees surveys. That's one way to find out what our customers are wanting, how well that they're being pleased with what we offer and things like that. So some of the questions that we might is, had you attended before, what did you learn about the event? What age group are you in? What did you like, and what did you dislike, or what did you like to improve? You can also start looking at, are you interested in volunteering and helping out? Things like that. We don't really have tickets, but I think that I would hope anyway, folks would find it a value add that we don't charge. Experience, which is, following sponsors. Did you recall seeing? And that's something that we ought to know. We're trying to, get our sponsors to support us, but we want to know when our customers are there, are they actually noticing that, who the sponsors are? So these are some of the things that we said as far as the survey, we would want to quite figure out from the questions. Some of the best practices is making the survey as simple and as short as possible. If you make a survey that people have to spend any time with, you're going to not have people, do the survey. So the survey should be short, something that they can hit. A lot of times you want to try to make the questions yes or no answers, so that folks have to really think. Yes, no, boom, boom. They can jump right through it, and within a few minutes they're done. And that's about all you can expect to get is a few minutes of their time. Um, Test it before you distribute it, making sure that your members within the organization agree and have tested it, and it works and it makes sense. Otherwise, you might get it out to the customers and they say what. And so those things we want to make sure of it. Get enough responses. A handful of responses probably ain't going to be enough. A couple of hundred now, you maybe have enough that you can make decisions off of. So one of the way you might be able to get larger numbers is to incent the respondents, like giving them some kind of a little token for showing your appreciation for them taking the survey. Ask what do we do with the information. Like, well, we're trying to gather this information so that we can make sure that we're addressing customer needs, and things like that. What are the actions, that some are interesting, but are they actionable? That's the thing, is that whatever we get, it needs to be something that we can take action on, not just, oh, yeah, that's nice to know. And complement the survey with other information sources, doing some statistics, looking up other fairs or festivals and see how they're doing and see what works and what didn't work for them. Those always help when you're sort of trying to figure out what your customers might want. And all talk to the attendants, during the fairs, during our homecoming, ask folks how things are going, what do they like, or what do they see that we can improve on. So these are the things that surveys would help. So one of the things that the presentation that I attended there at the fairs and festivals was that, get to know the customer. Here's some statistics that they threw out. Talking about where, are folks getting their information now. This here was a survey that this company did. They're a company that sells tickets for fairs, festivals, and other types of events. So their model is, okay, I can help you increase your attendance if I sell the tickets, do statistics, do targeted marketing and so on and so forth, and they take a little stipend over the top of the tickets they sell, but then you get to keep the rest of it. But they say they could increase the number of participants much higher than you could. So that's what they're selling. But anyway, with with that interest in mind, here's some of the statistics that they were showing. So looking at, where is the most folks getting their information? In the past, right, TV, radios, newspapers was where the people got their information. But nowadays, people are getting their information, on social media, and surprisingly enough, word of mouth. So, that's what we're looking at is where do we want to put our efforts? Well, do we want to put them in TV, radio, or newspapers? Well, those are probably not good models because the number of people to get any information that will help us might not be able to gain that knowledge from those platforms. Same way over here, looking at ages, knowing your age groups. This is just again examples from a particular market across this particular company surveys, but understanding the demographics of your fair festival goers by age. And this is what it's talking about. Now here's about smart marketing. You know, Getting down to it, 7 out of 10 people currently are now using social media to get their information about marketing. 58% of the customers visit the brand's social media site, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, before they go visit their website. So, like in our case, they go to our Facebook, or they get an email, or they get some other notice, and they jump over on our website. So that's what it's talking about. Over 50% of the folks are understood where the website is based off of their social media contacts. So this is some other, social media explained. Acquiring new attendance, it becomes immediately visible. It involves, if you look at the number of participants or followers that you have, and then you look at the demographics that those followers have, these social media platforms can take those demographics and look for other people that may have similar interests that the ones that are now following your particular website or Facebook page. So by looking at those kind of statistics, you can reach those additional customers by doing paid ads on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So again, this is what I'm talking about. Targeted advertising. It allows for size targeting based off of those demographics. It's scalable. The results, the more you invest, according to the wider the distribution. Again, with the demographics, you start spreading that net further and further to catch more fish. Measuring the ROI, you can look back and says, okay, based off of this, did we increase the number of followers? Did we increase the numbers that likes? Did we increase the numbers that were actually passed on? So you can do a very good reporting of whether you're getting bang for your buck. Short-term gains, you can drive immediate traffic. If with a quick hit, you can get lots of people real quick. So that's what we're talking about here. Next is the price. Comparing it to newspapers, to TV, radios. If you like, we put money out for the community voice. I'm not saying we're not going to do that, but return on investment per 1,000 people, $47. So we pay $150. So we might get 3,000. We might reach 3,000 people based off of that $150 that we invest at the community voice. TV and radio. I mean, right now we don't pay for any of those things, but if we had to pay for a marketing in those areas, it's pretty dang expensive. So what we're saying is down here with Facebook and Instagram, you can do, $5, $6 post, or I should say boost, and potentially, hit thousands of people real quick. So this is what they're saying is for the 1,000 people that you want to reach, you can spend a couple of dollars, or you can spend, several $100s. So looking at Nicodemus's Instagram and Facebook, so we got over 1,000 followers here on Facebook, at 880 likes on our Facebook page. On Instagram, when just getting started, right now we got 91 followers. And again, by utilizing some of these techniques, for instance, if we hit whenever we send out a post, we have the potential of hitting over 1,000. Actually, there's 25. There is 1,025, I believe, is out there right now. 1,025. I was going to show you some statistics a little bit later, but that's how many people. Whenever we post, we hit 1,000 people. That's a pretty big bang for your buck. That doesn't cost us anything. But again, with the way Facebook and these tools work is that they take that 1,000 and says, okay, here's the demographics that those particular 1,000 has, and it looks in all the other Facebook accounts and says who else has similar characteristics to these 1,000. And when you boast a post, when you boost, I keep saying boast, when you boost a post, it takes those demographics and says, I can hit another 1,000 or I can hit 5,000 of those same type of people. So that's what that kind of stuff does. Same way on Instagram. So this is what we're talking about here. So now looking at what the definitions of some things, right there, hold on a second, I got to admit, Teresa. I know that one of the things that came up in the last week is, everybody's got a different terminology or different definitions for terms. So I went out and looked at some of these definitions that are out on the web for various terms. So one of them is like the communications department. What is the definition of a communications department? They focus on the audience, getting involvement, doing writing, clear and concise. They do company communiques, both internal and external. What's the difference between marketing and communication? Well, marketing, deals with reaching the audience, while the communications focus on what to say to the audience. So those are, kind of two different ways of looking at it, from kind of looking at it the same way, but from two different angles. The definition of marketing is the activity or business promoting and selling products and services, including marketing, research, and advertising. So this is the definitions that we have for marketing. Sales, that's another thing that's always confusing. What are the sales definition? Well, that's the exchange of money for the goods and services. It's a set of activities that helps the customer buy a product. So that's what the definition of sales is. Difference between sales and marketing. Well, marketing creates the demand while sales fulfills the demand. Marketing brings the customer to the store while sales help them buy the product. So these are some, again, definitions that we can all kind of get our heads around and start kind of looking at it or talking the same language. Another set of definitions, media. I mean, our team here is called media. Well, what does media mean? Well, that refers to the communications that reach or influence a wide people that are widely, such as TV, newspaper, and radio. So that's I guess you call it the traditional definition of media. Well, in our day and age, we have social media. Well, what does that mean? Well, social media refers to that interaction among people, which create and share that information within the virtual communities and networks. Then you get to another point. Well, social media marketing, what does that mean? Well, that's the practice of using the social media platforms to promote your company's brand and services, creating that shared engagement. So that's what we're trying to do, is try to get everybody on the somewhat similar page of understanding, what is it that we're trying to achieve here, as far as, the the subcommittee called media. And so looking back at our list of agenda items, the next section is like, coming up with what are we, media subcommittee, what is our focus? Who is our customer? What is our team member skills, and what do they like and want to do? And what is our marketing strategy? What are we going to try to do to make homecoming as all it can be? And, what is our, team members that are currently assigned, and, what things are they going to be assigned to? So these are the things that we would like to focus on this evening to kind of get a better understanding of which direction we're going. So I guess the first question that I'm going to ask is, from this team, who is our customer, or what is our product?
So I think our customer is anyone that's coming to homecoming that wants to, be a part of our weekend festivities.
And what is our product?
all the events, the kids corner, the parade, the fashion show, the dance, the games that we have. The, that's what I'm thinking. And our t-shirts.
I feel like we have two customers or two customer bases. What do you say, client? You're not customer, client? Um, One being descendants, so people who treat homecoming as a family reunion or reunion, we'll just say reunion. And then our other client base would be um anyone, right? Anyone who wants to learn either a little bit more about their larger community, so maybe people from around Western Kansas, people from the Midwest, really anyone who's looking to be entertained and learn something at the same time. Because I think those two clients are two very different things, but I think we want both.
Very good. Yes. Good way of looking at it, Janae. Appreciate it.
And that may help speak to the type of marketing, right? Because again, those are two very different sets of individuals. And we might be able to catch all of them, in any given outlet. But yeah, those whatever conversations will look different.
Any other comments?
Also, people who's wanting to know the history of Nicodemus, and because it's still a well kept secret, until they get there. So homecoming is that marketing step, so to put in existence that Nicodemus is still here and has been since 1877.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that, but that's a great way to put it. That homecoming is marketing Nicodemus.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, these are good ways to think about it, and like you say, understanding what we're trying to market, and understanding who our customer is will allow us to then start understanding how to target those individuals and families in order to get them out to celebrate.
Okay. One would be the history. The history, people are still into history. So is history when we do homecoming for those 4 days, and especially Saturday, it's the history that they get exposed to the history to the national park.
So is anybody taking notes? I mean, I know we're recording it, but I mean, taking some notes to kind of develop some actions from the discussions.
Do you want you? I mean, do you want someone to take some formal notes? I wasn't,
Yeah,
or just notes for my own brain.
well, notes for the team. That way that at the end of it, if the only thing we do is discussing and nothing is written down and no actions are taken, then I feel like we didn't get a very good value add. But if we have some notes and some actions and moving things forward, that's what I would like to see. However we do that, that's what I'm wanting this team to try to figure out.
Aunt Norma, can you take notes, please?
Well, I can get it off of the recording.
Okay.
Break
Thank
it
you.
down off of the recording. Yeah.
Okay. So basically what we're saying, the focus would be is to looking at history, looking at the various customer bases, those that are descendants and want to come back for family reunion, those that are wanting to come in just to help us celebrate. So those are three areas, I guess, that we could be focused on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I like that. And like keeping it kind of simple, like you said, 1, 2, 3. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now, if that's the focus and we can start looking at putting together, some strategies, marketing strategies around how to contact and how to target that audience and make a celebration and a marketing strategy that fits them would be a good idea. So now looking at the team, we've got 5 people on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Tracy, Janae, Norma, and I think I thought I seen Teresa. Teresa, are you still on?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, there's five people on here. So looking at also I thought I seen Shannon come on, but I don't see her yet either.
Savannah's on, Robert. Savannah Ryder Green.
So Savannah, are you on there? You're up. Are you on mute?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Good evening.
Good evening. What did you want me to say?
Well, I was just, getting an attendance here. I was wanting to talk about team member skills and desires. I know that you, Savannah, have indicated that you want to do graphics. That's your skill and your desire. And so I was going to use you as an example with the other folks. What are your skills and what are your desires? Looking at, here's the media subcommittee, and our focus, like we just described, is trying to go after a market that is consists of descendants that want to do family reunions, coming home for homecoming. We got the other folks that want to understand more about the history. We got other folks that in the community that want to share in the experience. So if that's our focus, how is our team members going to go after those guys? Are they going to, what is the skills that you're going to bring to the table, and what are your desires of how to use those skills?
Well, I can I like doing flyers and stuff like that and photoshopping, graphic designing. So maybe I can make like, I don't know, more Instagram posts for you guys to post out. And if you give me like the wording and stuff, then I can make something based on that.
Okay.
Savannah, do you like someone telling you very detailed instructions about what they want? Or do you
Yeah,
like
as
a little bit
detailed
of
as
creative license of your own to kind of pick out the colors or the font? Or do you like someone to tell you every little thing they want?
honestly, I don't mind it. It's easier for me when it's more detailed just because, can't really go wrong when you know what somebody wants versus when you don't. But I work closely with Miss Carla, so I call her whenever I feel like I need someone to, fact check. She's like my committee, she's like my person for the representative of the community in that regard. And I have her, look at it when I have to do something out of my free will. So it really doesn't matter. But doing it as detailed as possible, I guess, would be easier.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Does that answer your question?
Oh, yes, answers mine. Yeah.
Well, thanks.
All right.
So Janae, what is your skill set and desires for this organization?
Um, I mean, I could probably help just about anywhere. I'm kind of like Savannah, though. I'd like someone to be more specific about what they want than necessarily being left on my own to make something up. But I mean, I can. At this point, I don't know what we've produced as a committee, so it's hard for me to say to see something that's been produced and say, "Oh, I can help with that," or "I can't help with that." Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so looking at, you say you haven't seen what we got, so have you got any ideas of what you would like to see? I mean, those are some
Well,
things that you can bring to the table where we're looking for the younger generation's eyes to say, okay, what is it that we should be doing that we haven't been doing?
yeah, I think as I mentioned before, I don't have Facebook. I don't have any desire to get Facebook, so that will definitely be an area that I won't be probably assisting in that I can foresee. If we're talking about based on your presentation, and I apologize, I have a sore throat if I keep clearing my throat. Based on the presentation, social media is going to be the most powerful outlet. Um, so I could help again with some any sort of Instagram posting that would be needed. I don't necessarily have anything particular in mind. As anybody probably knows who's been on Instagram, generally it's a photo of something, right? It's usually not necessarily flyer based so much as it is a photo with a caption. Of course, you can put little videos on Instagram. You could put a slideshow of things on Instagram. I think more than anything, any activity on Instagram would be good, even if it's just something super basic like a photo, because as far as I can tell, there hasn't been any activity on there. Also, to your, again, going back to your presentation, boosting those posts, because again, right now, Instagram is lagging behind, at least in comparison to Facebook. So, in regards to any other social media outlets, I'm not super familiar with TikTok. I mean, I've been on it, but I don't think that's something that, again, I'd be willing to help with it, but not my knowledge base. Um, Twitter, again, I've been on it, not my knowledge base. So yeah, the other outlets, yeah, not so much for me.
Well, Norma and I were talking about, looking at Facebook and Instagram, and at this point in time, and try to focus on those two only, not try to branch out and get too thin. But if we then get good at both Facebook and Instagram, then in the future maybe branch out. The reason that Facebook is still good is because our generation, the baby boomers are Facebook folks, right? And so we can hit those, and the younger generation are more in the Instagram. So I think that would be, if we focus on just those two platforms, we'll get a pretty good see at our customers, and get the word out to them.
Savannah has her hand up, Robert.
Yeah. Oh, Savannah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say in response to Janie, um, I can also help with like because I know you were saying that you're not really knowledgeable in Facebook, not Instagram and TikTok. I'm not too great with Facebook, but I do have a TikTok business account, and I do know a little bit about like social media and stuff to boost your account. So I can help with that as well. Like posting videos, specifically reels, are a great way to boost. That's actually what Instagram pushes out the most. Not they don't they've turned their backs on pictures really, and you can see a difference when you look at video views versus static photo views of the same person. So I can also help with that part as well.
Okay. Well, we have Facebook and we have an Instagram account. We have a Facebook account and we have an Instagram account. So you wouldn't have to create anything. It's just being able to go on that and post information. And
Yeah.
it's something that we were wanting to do is do something pertaining to the program agenda for that leads up to homecoming in July. Post something from that agenda every month for people to know this is what's coming, and then put it all together at the end, toward the middle part of June and the first part of July, and also remind people, if you were coming, if you were still working, you quote, and we're behind on this, but to come to homecoming at the end of July, you'd have to submit your vacation time if you were still working in December, so you'd be able to be off for that weekend, unless you got quick motorization to get there and get back home, go to work on Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do understand. I think I may have worded it wrong. I didn't mean to
Mm-hmm.
create a new account. I just meant for content creation, like
Mm-hmm.
making content, because I do feel, at least from the research that I've done, I do feel that posting as much as possible is what gains a following.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just talking about like content creation, not really creating an account.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
So that's what Robert and I had talked about for the rest of our team is that we'll be able to post something on Facebook and Instagram every month about what is gonna happen at homecoming until we get the full agenda out there, and then that's going to be on our on our Facebook page and possibly on the Instagram page as well, so that people can look it up and read for themselves what's going to take place. You have something to say?
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Savannah. Hi. No, I just kind of wanted to listen in because I think you guys are getting where we want to go. I just want to add that we'll be sure that the website is coinciding with these things. So we'll have a kind of cohesive message going out as things start to happen.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what was going to get at. Looking at putting together that strategy. You started talking about, well, we want to do monthly post or at least monthly posts. And like Eunice says, we want to make sure that the Instagram, Facebook, and our webpage are in sync. These are things that are considered strategies of how we're going to go about making this happen. Another thing is Savannah said, being able to design the post that we're going to use on Instagram needs to be more graphical in nature, ideally like videos, quick little videos. Image and Janae said we could also use photos with captions. So, we can start laying out a strategic plan of how to do that. I mean, we've got lots of videos and lots of pictures and images, but we need to come up with a way that we're going to put those together in some kind of a form that we can use to promote the celebration. And like Norma says, constantly remind folks homecoming is coming. Here's things we're going to be doing. Make sure you get your vacations in. Make sure that you don't miss out because we got this, that, and the other coming. We got this entertainer. We got this kind of food. Those are the things that we would want to make sure that we keep hitting folks with, making sure that that message is getting out there. That makes sense.
I think no, absolutely, it makes sense. I think there's two things I'd like to touch on, especially as we're kind of getting towards the end of our time. Like what Tracy was saying, we only have so much time. Is perhaps the elephant in the room is that, as far as I know, no one on this meeting has access to Instagram. So planning is great, but if we can't get on it, that's going to be
That's
problematic.
very good. So Janie had created an Instagram account, but for some reason she said she's not able to figure out how to get other members of the media team connected to it, so you can help manage it.
So as far as I know, I have multiple Instagram accounts. So I'm not by any means saying I'm an expert, but I've used Instagram for years on multiple types of accounts. And adding someone to an account it's not like Facebook. If you want someone to log into that account and post something, it's just a matter of giving them your password. There's not administrators, if you will. Again, it's been a while since I've used Facebook. It's not like that. So it would be as simple as her, and even if she doesn't remember the password, just like any other password, if she goes to Instagram, she doesn't even need a cell phone, right? Or she doesn't even need a computer. Either way, she could do it from her cell phone, she could do it from an iPad, she could do it from a laptop. She'd go on there and hit forgot password. Simple as that. It sends her an email. She can reset password, send the password to whoever she wants to have access to the Instagram account. As far as I know, 60 seconds done. The other option, if that's going to be difficult for her to arrange, is, nothing against the 90 followers, but we just start over.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to recommend. So, Janae, do you want to take that action? I want you to create a new Instagram account based off of the same nomenclature that we already have for our Facebook and the website.
I can. What email address would you like me to use? Would you like me to use Aunt Norma's? Because like we were talking about, our last meeting was having these email addresses that we don't lose.
Yeah, we have our NHE NHEC email addresses. That's what we need to be using. So it'll be media@nhecmail.com.
Is there any way I can get this in an email just for reference later? Yes, I can write this down, but just something official in an email. You know, Janae, please start the Instagram account. Here's the
Can
email
you
address
put
we
it,
want you to use, and here's who we want to have the password.
can you put it in the chat, Robert?
No, I'll email it to her.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So to answer your question, who needs access? I don't know. I mean, I know you, Carla, but is that Tracy? Do you want to have access to it? She's shaking her head no. So just the two? I don't know. Savannah, would you be on there as well? I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is what you guys as the media team needs to decide on these kinds of things.
Aunt Norma, do you know, or you want to sleep on it?
Um, I'm gonna, okay. Right now, I prefer you guys to do that and keep me informed, because I'm also, my plate is full. I'm learning something about the water, and so if I could designate that to you, Savannah and Carla, to run, I would greatly appreciate it right now.
Okay. Do we have a share drive where or is there's someone who's keeping track of these passwords, I guess?
Yeah. Well, no, not, I mean, basically the passwords are kept by whoever has access. Like I said, Facebook, there's several of us that have admin privileges on there. And so that way that we can manage it. I don't really manage Facebook. I have admin privileges to manage the account, but I don't post stuff out there. I'll let you guys do that.
Okay.
I just wanted to, sorry, I just wanted to jump in real quick. Have you tried, I know that you were talking about resetting the password. Have you tried resetting the password? Do you have access to the email account that's connected to
None of us on this call have access to the email address.
email account? Oh, I see. Do
No,
you
the
know
email,
anyone who
wait a minute, wait.
does?
You're talking about two different things. You're talking about the email, you're talking about the Instagram.
Yeah, I was
The
talking
email
about the
tied to the Instagram.
yeah.
You don't need a password to the email.
Well, you
No,
do if
no.
you go ahead. Sorry, Savannah.
Sorry, it might sound a little confusing, but basically when you have an Instagram account, you need to connect an email. So in the case that you forget your Instagram password, you can log into your email and reset the password. But the issue is, I guess, that we don't have an access to the email. So we can't reset the password. We don't have the password nor the email. So we can't reset the password because we don't have the email.
Correct.
So Norma is your team leader. So she has the email information, but I don't think, Norma, you haven't set it up yet, have you?
She
No,
has
I haven't,
Savannah's
That
talking
because
about
I missed that.
no no
Savannah's
no.
talking
You,
about the current email tied to the current Instagram that nobody can access.
Oh, no,
correct.
we're walking away from that. So Janie said to go ahead and create a new account.
Can you
So
guys at
Savannah,
least, oh, sorry.
um, so Savannah, there will be a new email address. I'm not sure who all was on the last call where we went over the emails. So the new email address will be one that multiple people have access to, so we shouldn't have this issue going forward.
All right, I understand now, but it also raises the question, can we delete this account? I know that we don't have the password, but is there a way how we can contact Instagram or something, because we don't want people getting confused?
Right. So Janie said that once we create a new one, she will delete the old one.
Oh, okay, I see.
Then she has access to it. So why do I think she should
Exactly.
then she should this is Yuna. Then she needs to delete that one first, because Robert, we don't want, remember we ended up with 2 or 3 Facebook accounts for that same reason.
Right.
So if she cannot give us the access and turn it over to the new team, I want that other one killed before we set up a new one.
Okay, we'll try.
My only, yeah, my
It
only
might
fear,
take months to get that done, and we'll just be waiting.
My only other suggestion, and I don't know if this will work, Savannah might have some insight, I might have to Google something, is simply to report the account. I don't know all
Um,
the options when you report an account, and I don't know that that necessarily means that it will be removed, right? There's no guarantee. But again, that could be a possibility if we can't get action.
What's the Instagram account?
I don't,
That's what we know.
in my experience, it really doesn't do a whole lot when you report it. I've done it several times when people have done fake profiles and they just come back and say, well, it doesn't go against our standards. So I think
right.
just shutting the other one down and starting a new one, it would just be the quickest way to do it. And somebody needs to reach out to Jamie and say, hey, we're starting a new one on February 20th or March 1st. Can you please have it deleted by that time? And then just follow up and check it.
And so the new Robert, can you put us back to full screen, please? Okay. I agree with you on that one, Tracy. But the media has the homecoming. Everybody on homecoming has email account, and ours is. I haven't set it up because I missed that meeting because I was tied up with the water situation. So I haven't set up anything on that. Robert, can we do that now?
The email is already set up. It's been set
I
up
tried
now
to
since.
use it to send out the notification about this meeting, and it went into my outbox.
That's what it's supposed to. I mean, if your out means that it was sent, right?
It didn't here. I left it in there. It didn't send. It went to my let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Janie, do you have an email account that maybe I can talk to you later about?
Yeah, it's Janae, and I can spell it for you if you're ready, or I can text it to you if you want my phone number, however you prefer.
Okay, sorry. Is your name Janae? I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Robert, I tried to send out an email on the media at nhecmail.com, and it went into my outbox. It would not send it out.
You got to go to this to the image way to send out emails unless you connect your that account to your other email server. So you use something on your laptop or your PC to send out emails.
I can use my tablet. I can use my phone. I
So
usually do.
So what I'm saying, in order for you to send stuff out of those platforms, you have to have the ImageWay account connected to those. Saying right now you don't. So you need to go to the ImageWay website, which I'll show you what that looks like.
So okay, hold on here. Wait a minute. I need to go to my settings and then go into my. Oh Lord, I don't want that coming on there.
So if you go to a web browser, can you see this? The web browser, this here is the name of the location, ImageWay, mail.imageway.com. And when you log into that, you'll see this window. See that? This is just a web page out on your browser.
Okay, let me go put in ImageWay mail.
No, mail.imageway.com.
Mail dot imageway.
Yeah, imageway.com. You see it?
Hold on. Mm-mm. Siri can't open the page because the server can't be found. All right, let me check something here. I have my Wi-Fi on. It didn't recognize it in my browser. Well,
Savannah said, okay, thank you for letting me know.
I don't know if I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
I
able
don't
to
know.
set.
I mean, imageway.com comes up here without a problem, but I'm not for sure why your Safari is not. Anyway, that's how
If she, some,
you get to.
is she on Zoom? Because she might need to open another tab. Like, remember what Linda went through the other night?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So Norma, if you can go to your upper, not in Zoom, but come out like you're going to a new spot, because it won't do it if you're in the Zoom and you don't go to a tab at the top of your computer and type in ImageWay. If you can see what Robert is showing, ImageWay web mail,
Uh-huh.
because it's an app. It's not so you gotta go get it and then get in it that way with whatever password he gave you, because they've already set everything up. But if you want to stay on after this call, we can get you up. We can get you set up, because I just sent you an email, so I want you to see it.
Yeah. So anyway,
So
once you get to this sign in and just like you say, enter your username, which is media@nhecmail.com, and enter the password that I sent, and then you log in. And voila.
and then so that's Robert's, and that's how it'll look, Norma. Now,
Okay.
Robert, let me ask you a question. For all of the other committees, when they type in media at image, all the committee members can get notified. Is that the case for media as well?
Right. When any time email comes in to the media, each of the members should get a copy of that email.
So Norma, that means you don't have to worry about sharing everything that's happening from media and committee members. My suggestion is that you make a folder for your media emails, no matter, because they're coming to your private Gmails or Yahoos or AOLs or whatever you have, but somewhere make a folder so that you can just pop it open whenever you get something from me or Robert or Carla or Norma, because we'll send it to media and not you individually anymore. Is that correct, Robert?
Yeah. So you see this one thing you might see is a notification message that said that there was an email that was sent to you. But more importantly, you will get the actual email. Like this is coming in from Johnny. I get both the notification, ding, and I can go in. This is my email system, and I have it all connected. But this is what you would see is just the email copied to you. And so like this here is an email coming in from Johnny. And so that's how you would see it on because what we do is your email that we use to communicate, your personal email that you give us, the homecoming committee, that's the email address that we put into ImageWay. So when ImageWay receives a mail from going into that media email address, we forward it over to your personal email address. Make sense?
No. I'm right now, it's just like so. My question to you is, when Eunice said do a file.
Not worry about that
Folder.
yet. Don't
Yeah.
worry about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically what we want to do is to make sure that all your committee members will be able to get the emails that are going to the media at nhemail.com. And that's what's already set up. So if a mail sent to that email address. Janae, Savannah, Tracy, you guys should get a copy of it.
Robert,
I
can
got
you
that
read?
part of it, but I understand who's gonna get it, but my issue with me right now is
We need to send you another link so you can get to the email itself, right? I heard you. Robert, can you resend her on her personal email the ImageWay link and her passcode?
I sure
Because you
can.
have it. I do that. So we're going to resend you a whole new thing. Don't even look for the last one. And Norma,
yeah.
don't even worry about it. We did it. We did this with everybody. That is exactly what we did on the last meeting. This is not an internet. This is an intranet. This is like your inner office mail for your job. And
Uh-huh.
that's why it's a little different.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well,
but it'll work.
you sign in on a web browser for Gmail or anything like that?
Um,
Or you do everything from like Outlook?
I don't know if I'm understanding what you're asking me.
Okay, well, we'll take this offline. I mean, we're probably boring the heck out of the kids on the call.
Well, you know what? Here,
Hey, Savannah, I sent you my info.
I'm gonna tell you my issue, and I left the house at 10 o'clock this morning with the water and was out here opening
Oh,
up
bless your
stuff
heart.
and flushing stuff that hadn't been, and I knew I had this meeting. I wasn't expecting that when he called me this morning and said he's on his way here, and because he had another guy that was free to help come up, and all three of us and Chris had to join us. I didn't get home until 3:45.
Wow.
We
Okay.
was out here
Yeah,
opening and
busy
closing
day.
stuff. So and
That's cool.
I'm learning this new job that got because the poor child just up and quit on him on the 15th of January. So I got it on the 17th. So I'm in this process, and then I'm going like, my
You
head is
getting it.
doing this with this water, because if we don't have water, we don't have nothing. So
Thank you, Norma.
right
I
now,
know it's
Robert, you would have to be sitting here by me to show me what I needed to do. I'm sorry, you guys. I apologize. I'm not an idiot with this stuff, but right now, my
and you use and you're on I think isn't your address the iCloud?
Yeah.
Aren't you? Okay, so that's the other issue. She's on Apple, so we get it. We know. We know. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. Don't worry. And today is not the day.
Yeah,
It's okay.
that's right. Okay,
It's okay.
So they will sit.
Back,
when
back
we
to we'll get that
we'll
get that taken care of. And needless to say, there is an email account already set up for marketing, for media, and anytime an email goes to there, your teammates will get notified.
Okay, I understand that part.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, I got you there, but setting it up and where to get it at, and
so
I tell you,
so Janae, Savannah, did that answer you guys' question?
Savannah got off.
No, she's still here.
She's in high school. No, I'm sorry, she's still there. I'm sorry.
Hey, Savannah, I sent you my information that you requested earlier. But yeah, I'm following everything that's going on, and I will await the email, and I'll set that up, and I will report
I'm
back.
just saying Janie replied to my email, and so did Savannah. So I know that the media email works.
I see it.
Yeah, me too. And all my questions are answered. And thank you, Janae. I'll contact you.
Thank you.
Tracy, did you get the media email? And Teresa,
I did
I've
too.
been ca-
I got it.
okay. So we know it's working. We just got to get you signed on as the leader because they start off with you, so you can reach your committee because it's set
Yeah,
up so you can send one email out to your committee and not have to do everybody individually. We'll get you there.
right. It says
Hi,
it
Teresa.
says please reply to this
Hey,
email so I know that you got it, Robert.
Yep. Miss Schweitzer, I've been calling you, so please give me a call this week sometime.
You talking to me, honey?
No, I'm talking to Miss Teresa Schweitzer, not Miss Norma Schweitzer. Because
Janae?
I see no,
how
Teresa,
come
she
y'all
on the
don't have
Oh,
call.
it in my
Teresa.
phone?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Huh?
I guess I don't have your number in my phone. I'm not showing it coming up.
Okay. 414-975-1808.
Okay, wait. 414-975.
1808. And I'll try again if I got the right number.
1808.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All
Uh,
right. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Good to see
Teresa,
you.
not to cut you short, Teresa,
Yeah.
could you give me a call because I got an important message delivered to you?
Okay.
Okay, please call me, and then once you hear it, then you can do with what you need to do with it. I got it today.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, I'll have to this test thing, Robert. Okay.
I was gonna show you guys something real quick here. Some real,
Robert,
real,
I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you later, guys.
Okay,
okay,
Una,
thanks.
thank you. Uh-huh.
Thanks.
Yeah, because we got to get everybody off.
Yeah,
Tracy's got
I'm
to
gonna go
go
real,
working.
real quick here. I'm gonna show some statistics. This here is the traffic on our website, and I got this report, and it's for the previous year. And so you can see here that during the month of July, we had 2,804 hits on our website. And in June last year, we had 952. So here's the pattern that we showed last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then looking at, what type of connection. So most of them were mobiles, and then the other side was desktop. So those are the two platforms that folks came in on.
Okay.
Over here, it's talking about direct versus Google versus Facebook. So this says, how do they access our website? So most of them typed in the website directly. That's what direct is. So they entered nicodemushomecoming.org. Boom. The other ones, the next size was Google. They did a Google search and they came in through Google. The next one is they got the link from Facebook. They came to our Facebook page and took the link and went to our web page. And so then you got Bing and others. So anyway, this is how they access those, 7,335 connections that they made to our website. So as you can see here, we got no connectivity from Instagram, and we got tremendous amount of capabilities from our Facebook. If folks have to key in our address, we got 3654 on that, but that's a drop in the bucket. If we push stuff out, go to Facebook and Instagram like we're talking about, we can get thousands, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 of connections and pushing into our webpage. Where are they coming from? I mean, this is good stats. The other one I got is our Facebook stats. Facebook, this last post that we did on January 9th, it reached 217 people. Of the 1,000 folks that we or 1,025 people that we have following us, only 217 of them reacted to it. The post that we just did last week for the June for the Black History Month, it's only reached 90. So these are the things that that from statistics capabilities of how we can monitor how well our marketing is going. So that's all I was wanting to show there.
Thank you. Thank you, Robert. Well, anyone else have anything to add to all of this?
Yeah, I was going to say for some marketing ideas, I think it was Janae, but I don't know who it was for certain. But somebody had mentioned in an email doing different things to raise money, like can't remember all of the list, but the one I thought that was really interesting was like the magnets, refrigerator magnets. Those are something that you can buy really, make them personalized, make them really cheap, sell them for a couple of bucks, get them made for 35 cents a piece. We could order a bulk of something like that and have it available on our website, or of course at homecoming at the welcome tent during the homecoming weekend. However, we want to maybe sell that, but I think those are great ideas. We could do
I've
that.
seen that too, Tracy, and that could be something that could be used at the hospitality tent.
Mhm.
Is that what you're talking about, hun?
Yeah, so I didn't know if that was something we wanted to like put on our website where people could just buy them anytime, or just kind of maybe first year see how it goes at homecoming. But all those little things like that, the coffee mugs or refrigerator magnets, those are things that we can do to kind of bring, it won't bring in big money, but it will, anything will help.
No, those are good items to sell, no doubt about it. I mean, we've really only been selling t-shirts, and I keep saying every year we got to expand that. We're leaving money on the table when we're not offering other products. But again, I don't want you to get the selling of products mixed in with the promoting of the product when you mean homecoming and marketing and that sort of thing, as opposed to the selling of t-shirts and magnets. So yeah, we wanted to sell those, but in this group here, we want to make sure that people are coming to homecoming and putting their money down on the table.
And then, so like the magnets and stuff wouldn't go towards the homecoming committee?
No, it would. But I'm saying this group, this media group, be focused on getting the folks to the table, and the sales folks
Oh.
would be the ones selling it.
Oh, so who are our salespeople? I mean, do we have year-round salespeople? Are you just talking about people that are at the table that weekend?
Well, I'm the year-round salesperson, I guess, since I maintain the inventory on our webpage.
Oh,
But
okay.
I would like for somebody else to do it. Right now, Kathy does the tent for selling the t-shirts. And she's also keeps wanting to sell other stuff. But whenever she presents to the team, like I would like to sell keychains or I would like to sell mugs, you see the cricket starts chirping.
Oh.
And folks like, she wants to sell this stuff. Do we want to sell them or not? And every year, some reason we don't get the agreement to sell them. So I told her, Kathy, this year you're ahead of the sales tent. Put the products out there on the table that you think people are want to buy, and get input from the rest of the folks. Tracy, great idea. You know, Kathy would love to say, oh, yes, we do want some of these other items, these magnets, these mugs, all that kind of stuff. Yes, we do want it, but again, when Kathy presented at the meeting and cricket starts chirping and she like, well, dang, here we go again. I've always said, caps, but I like baseball caps. A lot of people do. Those sell well. There's all kinds of stuff that we could be selling that we don't.
Okay. Yeah, because those are some good ideas. Well, maybe I'll just reach out to Kathy then, because I don't remember her asking about those, because those are great ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to stick with marketing. So in marketing, let me just say really quick, some of you guys have seen like a Nicodemus banner that I just have it made on the computer. I haven't purchased it or anything, but it's one that I kind of wanted to design to highlight Nicodemus being the oldest Black town west of the Mississippi. And the idea was like, if we do the homecoming parade, of course, or other parades that we go to, that we could use that, and that could be one banner that we could use to march in, because the one that we currently have is, I think it's white with black lettering, and it's just not eye-catching. So when, the feedback was when we did the Topeka, the Juneteenth parade, that's what people are saying. It just doesn't catch your eye. So you want something, to me, with bold colors, some of the letters capitalized, that's going to catch people's eye. I'm planning to go to Boley, Oklahoma, because they are having a Black rodeo, and I would like to have it made by then. so that hopefully
When is that, Tracy?
what's that?
When is the rodeo, hun?
It's in May, so I'm hoping to have that banner made by then so that I and anyone else can walk in that parade if they will let us do that. And that would be one way to advertise, Nicodemus, we're going to be in another state, but that's fine. So what I will plan on doing is for the March meeting, I will have that banner, a rough draft of that banner, and I'll be able to pull it up so you guys can look at that and say yay or nay, or if we want to make any tweaks to it, and then I'll just go ahead and purchase it.
It's already made up?
Just on the computer, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
and Savannah, did you see Savannah and you may want to get together and tweak it? And she's still in high
No,
school.
I'll present it before the board. I mean, the
Yeah.
media, so everybody can kind of say, because I think several eyes are better than just one or two, and then then I'll be done with it. Because, yeah, I don't want to keep dragging it out. I'll just show it and then go from there.
Okay, so our next meeting will be March the 10th. Could y'all have it together by then?
I have it together already.
Oh, okay.
It's just too late. I'm not going to show it tonight, but yeah.
Okay, and our meeting will start at 7:15, right after Township Hall meeting, because that's March the 10th.
Yeah.
Okay, is that okay with everyone?
So for this Thursday's meeting, the media subcommittees read out to the homecoming planning. What is it report going to be like?
Our report,
Yes.
what we discussed tonight. Robert?
No, I'm just listening.
Oh, well, it looked like
I'm playing with my Billy Bobber here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, just give a quick feed out as to how we're going to approach and get our Instagram page and get it all tied up. Once, just tell them what we did tonight, what we discussed. That was it.
So what
Easy go.
One of the expectations I think is going to be like, here we are here in February. We would like to know, what is going to be posted for the February's, tagline for homecoming.
Okay.
Are we not going to use the t-shirts, the slogan on our t-shirts?
This is the media team. What are you guys going to do?
What do you guys want to do? That's the question he's asking us. What do we want to put out there for February on our Facebook page?
Yeah, well, you need the Facebook person here. So, I mean, whatever's on the
as a team, what is that strategy? So what is it you got to put out to the Facebook person that's posting it? It will be a team effort. Savannah's going to be helping design the graphics of it. Some Janae and Ina might be helping with the wording or whatever else. Somebody else might be coming up with the videos. I mean, these are the things that I would think that the media guys would be saying. This is how we're going to do it. This is what we're going to post. This is how we're going after this thing.
I'm happy to throw my 2 cents in the ring again, just because I literally have not been on Facebook in years. I don't know
Don't
that
think
I'll
of
be able
Facebook.
to.
Don't think of Facebook, Janae. What would you want to do for Instagram?
Oh, I'm going to treat them separately because they operate very separately. So
Yes.
for Facebook, again, I'm happy to give my 2 cents. All I'm saying is I don't know that my 2 cents should weigh a lot.
That's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
the most
I want
obvious.
you to give me your idea of what you want to post on Instagram. Facebook, like you said, you're not a Facebook person. But I would expect you to be the Instagram person.
I do think, for regardless of what the outlet is, like I was saying, was that the obvious, right? And maybe Savannah can speak to this too if she's still on. Sorry, I can't see all the participants.
Yeah, she's still on.
Oh, am I still sharing? No, I'm not sharing.
Oh no, that's just me and my phone. No, to me the most obvious thing is Black History Month, and you can hit it from both sides. I think one thing, a ton of what I've seen on social media is you want to be up to date with what's trending. You want to be posting with the tide, so to speak. So
Okay.
you can hit it from the side of clearly Nicodemus is Black history and speak to that. And then you can hit it from the other side where people are saying, Black history shouldn't just be February, which is true, right? So you can celebrate Black History Month this February, and then you can celebrate, hey, let's talk about this every month. So maybe two different posts. So again, for whatever that looks like for Facebook, I'll leave that to the Facebook people. For Instagram, I really don't think once a month post is really going to cut it. I really think Instagram, I mean, bare minimum, and thinking about the amount of time that I have to give to it at this time, I mean, at least once a week. Probably should be twice a week in different forms. As Savannah was saying, reels are more popular than posts. So, and again, it can speak to something very, very simple, short and sweet. It could be a picture of the sign and a caption about its founding. Again, because Instagram ideally is going to catch a lot of people who are not familiar with Nicodemus. So it doesn't have to be super detailed. It can be pretty basic to draw their attention, things that you or I and everybody on this call probably know in their sleep about Nicodemus.
I agree as well. I was thinking something more onto the effect of Black History Month, maybe feature a story of a founder of Nicodemus, maybe like triumphs through that or something, people of Nicodemus, maybe back when it was being founded and the struggles that they had to go through and them coming out on top in the end, maybe. I was also thinking, do we have a media outreach team?
You're in it.
Like when you want to contact other people, like maybe like Kansas City Chiefs or stuff like that.
I say you're in it.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking maybe we can contact the Chiefs and ask them, for maybe we can do an interview of what they think Black History Month is or something like that. That may get, since it's around Super Bowl time, albeit they lost, but maybe it'll get people more, what's the word, invested in our Nicodemus because it's more trendy.
Cool. I like it. Make it so.
Well, I like the idea that you guys come up with, Savannah, you and Janae, Tracy, when we talk about this is Black History Month. So Nicodemus, there were 5 founders. It started April 18th, 1877, and then they went to Kentucky.
Topeka first.
Huh?
They went to Topeka to found the town.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, yeah.
So a blurb like that was started off. Excuse me. But I'm not going to be responsible for it because right now I got my hands are full.
Well, that's why your team is here. So,
Yeah, I know.
Everybody pulls together,
and
does a
not
little
all
bit.
of them are here.
Yeah.
So, we're missing at least 2 other people. So, but yeah, to put a paragraph together for Black History Month, the beginning of, that would be great.
And I said, if you need, some videos or things like that, we've got, videos from previous years and interviews of descendants and things like that. So, if you want some more content to be able to utilize, just put some request out there. We'll find some, support for it.
I know
If
everybody's
anybody wants to, if anybody on this particular call, obviously anybody else outside of this call can do so. But if anybody on this particular call wants to send, oh goodness, I guess photos they can send to me via email. Again, photos that they're okay with being on a public Instagram account. And they literally can be pictures of anything. Anything. It could be a picture of a flower. It could be a picture of the sunset. It can be a picture of a building. It doesn't necessarily have to be a picture of people. Anything that you think would be interesting or that looks pretty. And again, you're okay with being on a public site. Definitely send my way so it's not just Savannah and my photo reel of what we have in our phone, which is probably very limited.
Well, if you go out to our webpage, what I'm showing right now, there's all kinds of pictures. So if want to use one of these pictures to,
I don't know. Well, that brings me to I don't know. How does that work exactly? Like, do all of these individuals know they're on a website? Like, what if they're scrolling Instagram and they see their face pop up and they didn't give permission? If it were me, I might be annoyed. I'm not gonna lie.
well, I mean, we at no, I mean, we're supposed to. I think we put out a sign last year that says, by attending this festival, there are pictures being taken. Now,
Yeah,
so
there
far we
was
have not had
fine.
anybody object to it, but again, we'd want to be very, cautious to make sure we don't pull up somebody's picture that we think might be an issue. And if there is, we would want to get an agreement with them before we post something like that. But there's plenty of stuff out here. And then that's this year. I mean, there's from last 23, we've got more pictures. So
Okay, I'll give it a look through.
so if you see something that you like, now these are out on the web. I have the actual photos if you need a higher quality, if that's the case.
Robert, you got a picture of the Nicodemus sign out there on the highway?
Yeah, I do.
They could use that to start off with. What do you young ladies think? I don't need me to insult you or anything by calling you girls. So what do you
That's fine by me. That works. Savannah, do you mind being more focused on reels?
Yeah, I don't mind at all. Reels, but I do like making the static images as well. But I don't mind being a part of the reels making.
I can make a reel. Honestly, I just don't like doing it, but I can.
What do you mean by a reel?
It's a
Reels
video
are,
on Instagram.
yeah, that's what they're called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel you, Janae. I don't like making them, but I do have experience in making them, so I don't mind making them. But it's
We'll
something that
work
we
together on it.
need, so yeah.
well can you young ladies go ahead with that then? Can y'all get together and
Sure,
Yes,
yeah, I
we'll
definitely
message each
don't mind
other.
that. See?
do what?
I was just saying we'll message each other outside of this and get moving on something.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, our next homecoming meeting is Thursday, so if all of y'all can be on there at 8 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock Central Time. It's going to be California time, 6. Anyone on the East Coast is going to be
9.
9. Yeah. But the West Coast is going to be 6 o'clock. Savannah, I know you're on the West Coast. So.
Yes, I am, but I can stay as long as needed. I can stay as long as needed because, this is important.
Right. Okay. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's help. I
Yeah,
really do.
I feel like this is a good meeting. I mean, I hope you guys got a lot out of it. I feel like I did. So thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah, and thanks for all the sharing the screen, Robert, and having that ready for us too.
Sure.
So this way, before February ends, we could have our first post out there if the young ladies get that together for us and do it. Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right, Janae, I will send you the request to create the new Instagram account. That's all you need is just that, or do you need details of something else?
No, that should be fine.
Okay.
Sorry, and I do appreciate you sending the email. Just because sometimes on these calls, I'm not able to do things immediately. I have to come back to it. And so just
Right.
having that in writing is very helpful.
Yep, well, great. Definitely
Okay.
understand.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for being patient with us and going overtime. But that's what happens in the real first time meeting. So we'll try to keep it in that hour's time next time. For this, okay?
All right. Well, again, appreciate your time and effort, and we will be chatting with you on Thursday.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
everyone. Okay.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye.